Chinese face reading, with its keen observation of facial features and even the significance of moles, offers profound insights into one's personality, destiny, and potential. According to ancient Chinese face mole studies, not all moles are bad. Most moles act as a warning or reminder to be more careful in protecting yourself from danger, especially those plainly visible. The good moles, representing good luck and fortune, are frequently buried or difficult to spot. Moles are darker in color than skin. Moles are available in dark black, black, light black, gray, brown, purple, and red. Good moles are pure black or red. Moles that blend with red, white, or yellow are unlucky. In a person's relationship, there are signs. An excellent mole is shiny and smooth with good brightness. A mole with hair implies that the mole is alive, which is a good sign. A man should keep his hair. A female can trim it. If you're considering removing the mole on your face, verify the reading first. You could grow to enjoy it more. Also, removing the mole will not change your fate, but understanding what problems lie ahead can help you deal with them better. 1. They can't get along with their parents, employer, or older people. Maintain a polite distance from them. 2. Similar to 1, no regard for parents, bosses, or adults. Maintain a polite distance from them. 3. Similar to 1, try to maintain a polite distance from them. 4. Inadequate planning and insecure life. 5. Above the brow, you may experience tragedy caused by relatives or friends, or have bad luck with money. 6. In the eyebrow, intelligent, creative, or artistic, will amass wealth and fame, as well as sound financial fortune. 7. On the eyelid, is prone to family feuds and financial difficulties. 8. Have financial difficulties. Unwanted sexual advances must be avoided. 9. Avoid unwelcome sexual approaches and accidents. 10. It's unlikely that they'll spend time with children or grandchildren. 11 is prone to long-term or severe illness. 12. Frequently have food-related issues. 13. They always worry for children and work hard for them, but may not be able to have a healthy relationship with them. 14. Possesses a high risk of food poisoning or allergies. 15. Do not stay in one place for an extended period, move frequently, or live in an unstable environment. 16. It's necessary to avoid unwanted sexual advances and food sickness or diet difficulties. 17. Be cautious in your conduct to avoid tarnishing your reputation. 18. When traveling overseas, keep your health in mind. 19. Unwanted sexual advances must be avoided. 20. Life is short, so make the most of it. Avoid engaging in any criminal activity. 21. Prone to foot problems, avoid involving in water activities. 22. Avoid getting into incidents during travel. 23. Prominent and wealthy. Many facial moles correspond to moles on other parts of the body. For example, a mole on the brow could lead to a mole on the shoulder or hands, a mole on the cheek, or possibly one on the chest. If there's a mole around the mouth, there should be a comparable mole in the private regions. Because they're hidden, most moles found inside the body are benign. A red mole on the chest is an excellent mole. It symbolizes zeal, generosity, love, and a positive relationship with youngsters. A mole on the buttocks indicates a person with energy, vigor, and financial luck. A mole on the back denotes an outgoing personality with excellent communication skills. A mole on the lower thigh suggests a hardworking, responsible disposition for business and family. Moles on the palm are healthy and do not need to be removed. Moles on the neck around the Adam's apple indicate the person has difficulty getting along with family members. A red mole around the navel indicates that the person is a gourmet. It's also a sign of good fortune and intelligence. A mole on the shoulder indicates that the person needs to work hard for the family and argue more than other people. The beauty mark is a larger mole near the eyes and mouth areas. It has an almost spherical, smooth, and sleek color. Some large moles stand out slightly. However, if the skin protrudes excessively, it could be a wart. There should be only one beauty mark on the face. People's attention is quickly drawn to a beauty mark. The beauty mark is frequently seen near the mouth. A mole around the mouth represents eloquence, gossip, and disagreements. It's also a sign of desire, passion, and erotica. Moles are markings that can appear on various regions of the body. Moles symbolize a person's future in Indian and Chinese astrology. The planet's influence on a person begins with creating a fetus in the mother's womb. Some planets have a more substantial influence on the fetus than others. When these influences are concentrated at the body's surface, they result in the development of moles. The ascendant and its lord, the sixth house lord, the moon, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, Rahu, and Ketu will form moles on the human body in the horoscope. For example, if the ascendant lord Saturn is in Aries, the native will develop a black mole, Saturn for black, on the head part, Aries for head. If the fetus's sign and planet are male, the mole will appear on the right side of the body. If the sign and planet are both feminine, the mole will appear on the left side of the body. The combination of Mars, male planet, and Venus, female planet, in Scorpio, female sign representing genitals, for example, generates a mole on the genitals. If Mars is active, the mole will be located on the right side of the genitals. If Venus is strong, the mole will form on the left side. The colors of the planets can determine the colors of the moles. Saturn and Rahu, for example, cause black moles, while Mars causes red moles. Moles should be interpreted based on their color, shape, size, and location on the body. Moles of red, honey, or green will often bring good fortune. Black moles produce adverse outcomes. Smaller, less apparent moles will not yield any results. Only large moles will yield results. Long moles produce good outcomes. Moles with a square shape produce poor results initially, but improve dramatically by the end. Moles arranged in a triangle will generate variable effects, sometimes excellent, sometimes bad. Moles with zigzag patterns will produce poor outcomes. Let us now look at the impacts of moles based on their location on the human body. The following points are given for gents, but they're equally applicable to ladies also. Moles on the crown of the head are only apparent when the head is shaved. If a mole is discovered on the right side of the head, the individual will flourish in politics. If the mole is red or green, he will become a minister. He can also serve as the president of a group or business organization. He'll have social standing and prosperity in all aspects of his life. If the mole is on the left side of the head, the native will lack money. In general, he will not marry and will spend his life traveling. He'll live a spiritual life and give spiritual sermons. There would also be an interest in books. Moles on the back of the head signify female frailty. Such a person will be emotionally attached to his wife. He makes more money, but he has a bad reputation in society. If the forehead is broad and there's a mole on the right side of the forehead, it denotes prosperity. The native grows wealthy and gains a good name and reputation in society. He'll help others and be devoted to God. If the mole on the forehead is on the left side and the forehead is thin, the individual is selfish and doesn't help others. Others will treat him with contempt. If the mole appears on the right side of the temple, it indicates an early marriage and a lovely wife. There's a chance that money will arrive unexpectedly. A mole at the left temple indicates the company will suffer losses. People dislike them for a variety of reasons. A mole in the middle of the brows represents leadership qualities, riches, name, and fame. This native enjoys luxuries and women. If a mole is discovered on the right brow, an early marriage with a good lady is predicted. After marriage, the native gets fortunate. It's preferable if he invests in his wife's name. The individual will be unfortunate if the mole is on the left brow. He cannot adequately utilize the funds and is experiencing difficulties in his career or business. A mole on the right eyelid is associated with riches. Slowly, the native grows wealthy. He'll be filled with inner pride and believe that he is magnificent. Expenditure will rise. He'll spend money on God by building temples or performing pujas. A mole on the left eyelid indicates life in general. The individual makes a pittance of money. He's easily envious of others. A mole in the inner area of the top eyelid signifies a fortunate and prosperous individual. A mole on the inner part of the lower eyelids, on the other hand, represents domestic problems and a lack of luck. A mole in the right eye results in easy money. Even if the guy doesn't work, he'll get wealthy by chance. A mole in the left eye denotes an arrogant person pursuing ladies. He'll have a hidden and unlawful relationship with a lady. Moles in the eye socket, the corner towards the ear, signifies someone generous and tranquil. However, sudden death is a possibility. Moles in the eye socket, the corner towards the nasal bridge, signify the death of one of the children and the native's grief. A mole on the ears signifies strong profits and a wealthy lifestyle, but expenditure will be out of control, and there's a risk of drowning. A mole on the back of the ear signifies someone who observes the rules. He will marry into a superior family. A mole at the top of the nose symbolizes fast thinking and fury. Such a person will have great self-esteem and will generally outperform others. A mole on the right side of the nose represents more money with less work. A mole on the left side of the nose produces negative outcomes. The indigenous person engages in prostitution. A mole on the bridge between the nostrils signifies difficulty finding work and experiences financial loss. A mole beneath the nose denotes a strong sexual urge. The native has a large family with numerous children. A mole directly in the middle of the chin signifies a noble person who earns accolades from others. Moles on the right side of the chin symbolize intellect and diplomatic abilities. Their discourse can persuade others. Their earnings will be quite good, and they'll quickly gain reputation and fame. Moles on the left side of the chin signify a person who speaks bluntly and hence is disliked by others. He becomes irritable. A mole on the upper lip signifies someone who helps everyone. There will be weaknesses of ladies and expensive products. A lower lip mole denotes someone who enjoys good meals. He'll be interested in acting and theater arts. A person adept in mantras and mystic forces represents a mole on the inner side of the upper lip. A mole inside the lower lip denotes someone who gets intoxicated and loses money on speculation. Moles on the right cheek signify a sensitive individual who values his parents. He adores his wife and family. He is wealthy and well, and he lives a long life. Moles on the left cheek indicate an introverted and egotistical personality. He would endure difficulties in life. However, he would be content in his old age because of his children. A mole in the center of the tongue signals educational difficulties. The native may be unable to communicate fluently, and there may be health issues. A mole on the tongue's tip, or the outside edges, signifies someone who can persuade people by his speech. He is astute and diplomatic. He enjoys fine meals, and his children will have a bright future. A mole on the back of the neck denotes a person who is furious and aggressive. In general, such a person engages in antisocial behavior. A mole on the front of the neck signifies an artist with a lovely voice. His life will settle after he gets married. Moles on the right shoulder signify a daring and courageous individual who will not sleep until a project is complete. Moles on the left shoulder signify someone who gets into fights. A mole on the right side of the chest indicates the presence of more female offspring. He is concerned about his financial situation. Others hold him in high regard. A mole on the left side of the chest denotes a clever person who doesn't maintain excellent relationships with his family and friends. He frequently has financial difficulties. A mole in the center of the chest symbolizes financial issues. Such a person is deeply in debt. He will, nonetheless, be devoted to God. The longing for money is represented by a mole in the right armpit. A mole in the left armpit signifies female desire. A mole on the right rib symbolizes a person who's deeply afraid and tells lies. A mole on the left rib cage indicates that the person's earnings will be average. A mole on the right side of the stomach denotes good earnings and female frailty. A mole on the left side of the stomach indicates someone envious and seeking easy money. He will own agricultural land. A mole closer to the navel cavity implies a wealthy lifestyle. A mole on the right hand represents someone who completes any assignment with persistence and intelligence. A mole on the left hand symbolizes that the individual wishes to become wealthy but remains at a middle-class level. A mole on either left or right elbow denotes money and success. The native enjoys fine arts. He both helps and is helped by others. A mole on the wrist signifies a poor childhood. He pursues a career as a writer or painter. His earnings rise as he gets older. Moles on the inside palm in any location are undesirable. They represent many difficulties. Moles on any area of the fingers are undesirable and represent difficulties. A mole closer to the backbone indicates name and fame. Such a person rises to the position of leader or minister. A mole on the right side of the back symbolizes good health and bravery. A mole on the left side of the back signifies job completion through diplomacy. Wisdom and creativity are represented by moles on the right buttock. The individual will become an artist. Poverty is represented by moles on the left buttock. The individual lives a life of deprivation. Moles on the genitals indicate an overwhelming desire for sex. Such people always have a lover. Moles on the right thigh symbolize bravery. The individual will have the option to travel overseas. He will profit from a lady, either his wife or another woman. Moles on the left thigh indicate that the person is talented somehow. He grows sluggish and has fewer friends. A mole on the right calf symbolizes success in all endeavors. Ladies will provide advantages. The native may become involved in politics. A mole on the left leg suggests business or job-related travel. There will be a large number of friends. Foresight is represented by a mole on the right ankle. The native will have the gift of gab. The individual will have a strong faith in God. A mole on the left ankle symbolizes dedication to God. He speaks less. The individual will experience legal issues at some point in their life. A mole on the right foot denotes a happy marriage and family life. He'll be devoted to God. A mole on the left foot suggests marital issues. The individual is confronted with financial difficulties and the wrath of others. Moles on the soles of the feet signify travel, hostility, and passionate nature. The individual will be a fan of the fine arts.